Good morning. Welcome to One Man Cups Sherman here at Ideation Station. It's August 1st and we're going to hear from a company today that is brand new to Sherman and is building out here in downtown. Our sponsors are Douglas Distributing with Brad Douglas, Ideation Station, which is me, Ruth Williamson, and JJ McGrath with TechWave provides all our technology that we use. And we're going to hear a video from One Man Cups that gives us a good idea why the Kauffman Foundation supports startup education and refining messages and learning how to develop entrepreneurs in Kansas City and beyond. One Man Cups is approaching 200 different cities, of which Sherman is one licensee, and we meet here each Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning, and then at 9 we have our presenter do their presentation. So let's find out a little bit about what happens in a meeting.
One Million Cups is a weekly educational program developed by the Kauffman Foundation.
It's a place where our entrepreneurs can come and connect within the community.
There's a real kind of vibe or a real energy here that's about supporting entrepreneurs.
We have two presenters each week, two entrepreneurs. They come and tell about their journey. They each have about 6 minutes to present.
You're telling people what you're up to, and you're essentially getting feedback from them.
There's about 15 to 20 minutes of Q&A.
All the questions that they asked us really got us thinking about new ways to think about our business.
It was good just to be able to get that feedback from the rest of the community.
So over the years, we've added more cities. It creates a great energy here to see what's happening across the country.
Last question for you, what can we as a community do for you?
So what can we as a community do to help you question is what really coalesces the community around every single presenter.
When somebody applies to present to One Million Cups, they're instructed to watch a series of videos through the Kauffman Founders School website.
It's invaluable information for someone who's founding a startup.
I felt better prepared, I felt more confident, and I think a little more focused than I would have been otherwise. And I not watched the videos of the founder schools. It was a great way to prepare.
I really like the educational component of One Million Cups because it does create that open forum.
You're going to hear great ideas that will help you start thinking even more about what you want to do with your business.
What I've learned from other entrepreneurs is very, very valuable.
The cool thing about 1 Million Cups is that you're amongst other people like yourself. Just hearing someone talk about their startup, it just was magical to think, wow, there's other people out there like myself.
Sitting in a room with other people that have ideas too, it helps people to leave thinking, you know what, my idea is worth something, it's worth pursuing, it's worth going after it. Even if it looks like a challenge, I should still go out and try to do it.
As we develop a startup and entrepreneurial community in Sherman, we want to invite people to come and present and use the organizers, presenters, and other people that are starting businesses as resources so that we can more effectively develop and grow a local economy with local business people to support the people in our community. Today, we're going to hear from Veronica Ezell with Trinity Records right here in Sherman, Texas. Come on up, Veronica, and tell us a little bit about your journey.
Hello, I'm Veronica Ezell, and I'm the owner of Trinity Records. And Trinity Records is a music recording studio that will be located a few doors down on Sherman off the Square. And Trinity Records, a little bit about our journey. I have been an educator for 11 years, working with elementary age students and coordinating the ESL program for Sherman ISD. And so our journey kind of stems from a love of the arts and working with youth with mentorship, and my My goal is to reach out to the community and have events that are family oriented, bring in different opportunities that open the door for our youth to experience a different level of music production. And so that is primarily one of our goals, and also being able to reach out to new growing artists as well as veteran artists that have been producing music and be able to offer that in the local community. We know that we have some competition with some local businesses, but we hope to put a spin on it in a different way, that we're able to open up for a different audience per se. Brian, as you see here on the picture, is one of our in-house and producers that have over 15 years of experience. He has been working with different artists and different avenues of the music journey in Kansas. He's done some work in different places as well as performances, and has, kind of created that journey along with me. We grew up in church, we sing along, we have been singing since we were little children, and one day we just decided, once he played one of his songs and I saw some of his mixing and some of the work that he was doing at home in his home studio, we just said, we got to do this. This is something that has inspired us, and we know that we have the heart to do it, and we have the message that is very necessary to be an inspirational company for music producers. And so basically what we're promoting is a genre of inspirational music, so where it's all about life and how you grow and how you get through journey in life on your own playing field, on your own perspective. And however you're able to do that, we want to be able to be that avenue that will allow you to come and express yourself, be able to either walk away with the product, or you just came in and had fun that day. But we want to be that spot that brings that positive life to the downtown community.
So what kind of music are you thinking about producing? So tell us what Brian has done so far, what he's produced, and where we could hear his music.
Okay. Brian has produced his own CD called Come Follow Me. Right now we're working on a release date for the fall to release one of his singles. And again, he kind of did some in-house producing on that. He's also done some technology studies, so he's really very knowledgeable about the updated programs and software that's being used with music production. And also reaching out to other artists that have some experience in some other genres that he may not have sung or played, but he has collaborated with several different genres and different people. And so now we're just on the journey of, I don't know how I can say it, is being open to collaborate with other people. And so, but again, he's basically singing life music. It's music that is intriguing to the heart, music that is pretty much showing people that, you know, life is a big journey and it's a struggle, but you can get through it.
Will you be allowing other engineers to come in and produce, and how would they book that and work with Brian or whoever is managing the studio?
Yes, he is open to collaborating with other musicians, other engineers, and other people that mix music. And you know, and one reason for that is because we're a people person, and we know that we can't do it on our own. And the more experience that you have when you're able to collaborate with other people, it just grows you. It makes you stronger when you're able to reach an element that you may not have, or that you may not have learned. And we know that we're forever learning, so you know, why not open your door and invite other people to share in what you are trying to develop. At the same time, we still keep our standards. We still keep what we're promoting and keep it honed in on the direction that we're inspired to go.
So you are in an old downtown building and doing a construction project. You've got walls up. What has that been like, and what has surprised you about the path from vision to execution?
Well, I will tell you that it has been a journey. Meeting the owners of the building, knowing that we were walking into a historical building that had very sentimental value, we knew that it was a delicate situation where we wanted to come in and make changes that was, conducive to what we were trying to do, but all at the same time, we want to make it our own. We want to redevelop this spot that invites the community in, and it has an opening and welcoming feeling when you walk in the door. So we are right now in the construction phase that has kind of gone on a little bit longer than planned, and we understand that you run into those situations when you are startup. But we are building a sound room for live recording. We're also building area for multiple people to come in that are musicians or vocalists, and then also a control room, as I stated before, that has updated top-of-the-line equipment and things like that, that will allow us to compete with the music industry professionals that have been doing this for a very long time.
So sound is so important. When you put that shell in there, you have to baffle and, make sure that the sound that's being recorded doesn't have any interference. Have you sought outside advice, or how are you just making those decisions?
Yes, we have sought out outside advice. We have consulted with music engineers. We've consulted with audio technicians and other businesses and professionals that have done this for many years to give advice on sound reflection, sound reduction, and the materials that are necessary to do this. Again, Brian has years of experience, has built other studios that are smaller spaces, but knowledgeable about the same thing as far as what to put on the walls, the type of sound treatment, and where to find that quality in building a sound booth.
Are you guys gonna have, I guess like educational, like seminars or educational opportunities for the ones who want to get into this business? I know several artists that want to step into this arena, but doesn't have a lot of mentoring, I guess, to understand the nature of this business, what to do, copywriting and lyrics and running tracks and making music to be able to release a sound bite or a sound or a track, stuff like that. So are you guys gonna have a time where you'll reach out to the community and say, hey, if you're interested in being in this type of business, we're gonna have a networking or a meet and greet or something to talk about, discuss what we've done and where we've been, and if you're interested, let's see what we can do to help, or kind of something to that effect. Just because I know a lot of the ones that I network with, I don't have the means or the network to connect them to people who, like what you just said, the nature of the business. So are you gonna have anything like that where you're gonna reach out to the community to kind of educate or give them some general information on how they can get started,
Yes.
or how they can get started with you guys?
Yes, well, I'm glad you asked that question, because that is definitely one of our goals, is to be able to turn it around and to, as you stated, to help others to be able to duplicate or do the same thing. And so our 18 to 24 month goal is to be able to do seminars and turn it around to teach other entrepreneurs of how we did it, and share our story and be able to help them walk away with an idea to build if that's their desire.
Good, that's good to know. Okay, and then we'll just see all this posted on your Facebook page, that kind of where you guys are progressing, and then you're gonna have those type of events?
Yes,
You
we
gonna
will.
keep that updated?
We will continue to share our progress, and as I said, we're here to serve the community.
Sure.
We're here to mentor and as well educate, and not only children but adults as well.
Okay.
So we definitely will be open and advertising all those type of things in the journey that we're down.
How are you setting yourself apart differently from the other competitors in the area?
Well, again, I think that our mentorship focus is going to set us apart. Having the educational background, knowing the academics and the public school side of things, and how children develop and how they function, I believe that bringing that aspect to the company is going to be a world of difference from other just recording studios that I have experienced or other businesses that just focus on music only. Again, a long-term goal would be to incorporate musical therapy, along with Brian is desiring to teach guitar lessons. And so we're hoping to have other programs that stem from opening a music recording studio than just producing music.
And I have to say that, collaboration between your space and my space gives us plenty of square footage to make that,
Yes.
That happen. So you still have a fairly large area, there, so you'll be using that for events and open mic and things like that, right?
Yes, we will. We are planning to do some maybe Friday evening karaoke, things like that. So we are going to open it up to the open floor space to do a small group venue type event. So, yeah.
So that's where we can have the hymn sing, right?
Yes, hymn sing and karaoke.
Open mic night?
Yeah.
Are you doing open mic night? Okay.
So how are you planning to reach all the areas of like marketing aspect, that you are little different than others, as we already asked the question, that you're focusing since you are educational background. So how you are planning to reach all the community of areas, the marketing aspect, besides.
Well, I definitely still have a connection within the school district, and I plan to use my collaboration and influence from that aspect to bring in that community. Also go into other events, definitely the religious specters, churches, other community events, the city downtown events that are happening. We're currently connecting and joining organizations that are going to allow us to be able to be seen and heard and be in the forefront. And again, connecting with the Ideation Station and having the ability to join events when Off the Square has their Christmas in July, things like that. So we're definitely planning to be present. As I said before, I have taught for 11 years, but I have invested my time to do this full time, to make that shift, but bring along that population that I have already built that relationship with.
And when are you open for business?
Well, our goal is to have our grand opening hopefully in September, fall.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So we're working frivolously to get it done.
Sure.
Again, we've had a little bit of roller coaster timing with the construction and but it's all part of the learning phase, and I wouldn't trade the experience. So
We have a supportive block, so we'll probably have a whole block party going on
very much, yeah.
when they have their opening. Everybody will probably do something, so we bring people in and introduce a lot of different people, to each other. So because all the businesses on our block are so different and touch so many different audiences that when we work together, we get to introduce people. JJ, what do you have on your mind?
And what? Open question. What's the, now you put me on the point, I was gonna ask you a question. What are some of the challenges you think you're gonna face? I know right now it's construction and marketing, but what else do you think, some obstacles you think that you're going to encounter?
I think right off is possibly people understanding our mission and understanding where the heart of this company is. They're going to hear it from us and they're going to see it publicized, but I don't think until they experience it that they're going to really understand how vested we are into the community and how we have built a rapport with people that it's going to happen. I know in my heart that set out on this mission to do something different and something that hasn't really been done in the community of Sherman. And so for it to be a local business, we know that we will spread abroad, but it starts at home, and I think people they're not gonna catch on to it as fast as they need to, but they will.
Will you have like a public pricing schedule, and then, you know, how will you manage that? Will you be able to, so you'll have, if you have a public pricing schedule, then can organizations sponsor,
Yes.
you know, youth or things like that? How do you expect all that to work?
Yes, well, and it will be posted on our website, trinityonerecords.com. But we will definitely have the ability for sessions to be scheduled on there. Our calendar, our event schedule, and all that will be available. Definitely will be able to offer opportunities for corporations or businesses to sponsor, donate, link and collaborate with other events and things. As I said before, we don't want to do it on our own. We want to have the support and be supportive at the same time.
So last question, what can our community do to help you in your next step?
Okay. Well, I think just seeing the vision, definitely when it comes down to mentoring the youth. Again, I keep going back to that because they are our generation to blossom, and they are the ones that a lot of times that generation has that love for music stronger, and a lot of people are producing out of their bedroom. But we want to bring them out so they can then become a part of the community and be active citizens and build their own community. So I think that, in the community, knowing that that's our goal is to be able to see that from a academic standpoint. How can we help our schools to grow with giving them a musical outlet, being able to see that children respond to audio, they respond to visual. They're doing it on the computers and the phones already. They're making their own little beats on different apps. Yes. And so I think that if we shift our mind thinking to theatrical, the arts, yes, in that way of educating our students, that we'll buy into something that's going to work for them. They don't all just listen and learn from a book, from text, from reading, but they learn by doing and they learn by hearing. And so that's one of our goals, is to just make that open and plain and visible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
for the opportunity.
Veronica.
Thank you.
We hope you will come back in about 4 months and give us an update, maybe some visuals, that kind of show us what's in there right now, and then what you've got once you go live, and that big block party, some pictures of that and so forth as well. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody for coming. This was her slogan: music is the avenue, the message is the key. And that's Brian, her brother, there. So we've done How Can We Help You? We'll be here again next week. I'll be presenting an update on what's going on with Gallery Off the Square and Ideation Station. We invite everyone to apply. Rajendra, it's time for you to reschedule and give us an update on Reggie's Liquor. Any company that's from an idea until it's about 5 years old is eligible to apply to present. So we want to hear from you, collaborate with you, and help our entrepreneurial ecosystem grow in Texoma. Thank you again for coming.